Aloha guys, this is JohnRemus.com TV. We're broadcasting out here, a nice setting, even a couple getting married down over there, and just we're looking at the ocean. And I want to bring up though the important issue of that we're dealing with in sexuality, and that there's this certain competitiveness or this mystery revolving around size of PP and VV. And yes, by the way, that's my first concept. I'm going to offer 10. My first concept is that yes, that there are corresponding sizes of PP and VV, and really the aspect of it is there's the G spot towards the front and the clitoris stimulation, and then there's the A spot, which is further back in the vagina. That if depending on the situation, it can't always be reached during sex because it's too deep and the men's pee-pee's not sufficient to reach it. And but I want to note that's it's just as much relevant the woman's size as the man's. And number two is to try and transcend this culture of maybe talking about it casually or bringing it up. See, mine here is more of a scientific formality. It's a serious approach with the intent of everyone winning, whatever your body is, whether you're man, woman, in a marriage or not. I want everyone to win. I want everyone to feel good about life, and that we're this collective consciousness of humanity moving forward. But that's number two, that this is not a casual subject, and I think it's almost queer that some men or maybe women will bring it up casually. Just like it's queer, I feel that men will talk about, say, women's bigger breasts. I don't think it's maybe between fellow men, right? But just to talk about it in general, or make it in a pop culture film with music, I don't think it's suitable. And number three is the idea that maybe some woman might cheat on their spouse, or obviously the flip of that would be men cheat on their spouse because they have a different person that they prefer, and that they're sexually attracted to, and the truth being that if you're cheating on your spouse, then that's not really your spouse. And really the term spouse is almost a legal term. That's why I invented the idea of the dream mate, somebody who it's transcendental. It's like the idea of love being powerful than lust. It's actually true. In different instances, you can see this. For example, maybe some people might be really attracted to their younger people around them or whatever, but they're respectful and caring enough that they would never even want to seduce or be intimate with them because they respect them. And they also respect is their own self and their own dreams. That's number four, that you have dreams, and there's this fascinating concept that people sometimes are willing to have intimacy with someone they have sex with somebody they don't respect, but somebody that they really respect they wouldn't want to have sex with or seduce. And just the same, someone you really care about, if given the choice, I think that they would rather be intimate with that person than in the sense of like holding and hugging them than sex. In other words, there's something that more valuable. See, number five is that sex really should be thought of as a drug. So, for example, if you think that some man or woman wants the other because it's to do with sex, money, or power, well, guess what? If a person can fulfill their own needs for their desires, and maybe not women as much because they need to use a dildo and whatnot, or a sex toy, and it maybe not as easy. But the point being that it's like a drug, and why waste your life on someone? Why give a drug to them if you don't care about them? If you don't, they're not your dream mate. See, what it is it really is it's a poor investment in your passion and your lovingness. You want to, and you want to be able to. Number 6 is you want to be able to give all your energy to someone. Just if it's just based upon sex, then maybe you're not making eye contact, maybe you're not hugging, maybe you won't always be there for you, and you just feel, it's not a powerful feeling. It's not passionate. Like people think, number 7, people think that it's passionate to go around and seducing everyone, and that it's powerful to do that. But the reality being is that all it is a misuse of your body. So don't feel envious or, feel obviously you want to, you're disapproving of maybe people being, casual, non-committal, just, using their body, misusing it to, and all this casual, half-heartedness. But really, it's not something worthy of envy, because it's all it is the person wasting away their life and being caught, being controlled by their own desires, or maybe even controlled by another person's desires. And number 7, I'd like to suggest the idea of different dimensions of the PP or VV. So what we know is that there's there are different, obviously there's such a variety out there, and you just really have to decide what you want in life. What's your priority? And for some women or men, it might be having a bigger PP or a tighter or more shallow VV. It just depends. But I encourage everyone to really think about their life and compose in their foresight a future reality of what might be, and what they'll want, and what they would think a great dream mate would be. And remembering that the dream mate is somebody who, number 8 is somebody who guess what? It's somebody who you can absolutely and unequivocally say that, I'd rather be with this person, even if their virility weakened, their health, their wealth, they were maybe in a wheelchair, I had to push them around. Your dream mate is someone that you just want to be with for your whole life. It's true love. But remember, love is based upon loving, having common interest, wanting to do things together. Don't confuse love with lust. Lust is just the brain rationalizing that, oh, this person's attractive, so I'm going to rationalize whatever I can to mate with them as quickly as possible. That's like a biological function, but it doesn't always serve the person. And and number 9 is just the general idea that you can, you want to be able to look around at people, and even if they're being perverse or whatever, you may need to avoid them. You may even need to report them to whatever the authorities in the area are, whether they're talking inappropriately, sexual harassment, sexual subject matter, or they're dressing inappropriately. It varies. But by the way, the idea of dressing, you really need to decide how you want to portray yourself, and what the who, what, when, where, and why, and the context of the situation, and just realize that some people might be wanting to manipulate or seduce you. They and so I'm going to conclude with number 10 being that simply that there's a variety out there, and different people have different attractions, and if you don't somehow like your body, what you can do is you can realize the future incarnation theory that that you invest, okay? You invest in other people's bodies. You don't have children, don't procreate, and invest in other people's bodies you find attractive, and live your life as if you're an overarching being looking down at society and your body included, and that you want to use your body to make good things for the whole world, because then in your future incarnations you might incarnate as someone else's grandchild who you invested your time or money into, their children, and then they have grandchildren, and that's you. See, and so just feel good about having that higher consciousness, and realize you want to look at people like that, not in a lustful way. You want to be able to look at someone and say, I care about you, at least mentally in your head, and not just say, not just let the egoic default or the lust or the second chakra default take over that. Oh, it'd be exciting to be intimate with this person, and realize that, it's kind of a paradox that you would have sexual engage in sexual activity with somebody you don't care about, and so that's just a red flag that it's not a good idea to do that. It just creates bad memories and lack of self-respect, because this person, you were seduced by them, or whatever it is, and what you want is you want to have peace in your life and self-control. That way, that's how you truly feel like, oh, this is me, I'm in control of myself, and just go with that, that truth, go with that highest respect, self-respect, respect for others, and watching out for potential danger. Thanks for considering. Aloha.